The morning sun cast a golden glow over Vaduz Cathedral as the 19th century neo-Gothic church prepared to witness one of Europe's most anticipated royal weddings of 2025. The grand entrance stairs, carpeted in elegant dark blue and lined with matching hydrangea arrangements, created a breathtaking pathway for what would become a truly spectacular celebration. At precisely 11 a.m. on that late August Saturday, the Principality of Liechtenstein held its collective breath as Princess Marie Caroline emerged from a vintage white Rolls-Royce in a vision of bridal perfection. Her wedding gown was nothing short of extraordinary, a masterful creation of intricate embroidery and delicate plumetis fabric that seemed to capture sunlight in its raised dots and lustrous threads. The dress fell in graceful folds, its sophisticated silhouette speaking to both classical bridal traditions and contemporary haute couture sensibilities. In her hands, she carried a magnificent cascading bouquet of pristine white flowers that seemed to dance with each step. But perhaps most striking was her choice of the historic fringe tiara, a diamond kokoschnik-style masterpiece crafted in Vienna around 1890 using silver, gold, and diamonds. The tiara's geometric brilliance caught the cathedral's stained glass light, creating prismatic rainbows that seemed to bless the occasion. Every detail of her ensemble spoke to a refined aesthetic sensibility and deep understanding of fashion, qualities that would prove to have fascinating origins in her unconventional royal upbringing. This was no ordinary royal wedding, and Princess Marie Caroline was no ordinary bride. In the heart of Europe, where the Alps cast their shadows over one of the world's smallest yet wealthiest nations, a love story had unfolded that would captivate the continent's aristocratic circles. As she walked down the aisle of Vaduz Cathedral that day, she was transforming from a modern fashion designer into a radiant bride, her story embodying the perfect blend of old-world royalty and contemporary romance. Born on October 17, 1996, at Grab's Hospital in neighboring Switzerland, Princess Marie Caroline Elisabeth Immaculata entered the world as the only daughter of hereditary Prince Alois and Princess Sophie of Liechtenstein. From the moment of her birth, she straddled two worlds, the ancient traditions of European monarchy and the dynamic possibilities of the 21st century. As the granddaughter of the reigning monarch, Prince Hans Adam II, and the second of 4 children, she grew up understanding both privilege and responsibility. Unlike many of her royal contemporaries, who might have been groomed primarily for ceremonial duties, Marie Caroline carved her own path with remarkable determination. Her educational journey reads like a modern nomadic tale of intellectual curiosity. From Ebenholz Primary School in her home principality of Vaduz to the Swiss International School Rheintal, before venturing across the English Channel to Malvern College. But it was her decision to pursue fashion design at the prestigious Parsons School of Design, with campuses in both Paris and New York, that truly revealed her independent spirit. She graduated in 2020 with a degree in fashion design, began working in the textile industry. This career choice placed her firmly in the working world, far from the gilded cage that often confines European royalty. In London's competitive fashion scene, she wasn't Princess Marie Caroline. She was simply another talented designer fighting for recognition in one of the world's most demanding creative industries. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, in the vibrant streets of Caracas, another story was unfolding. Leopoldo Maduro Volmer was born on October 28, 1990, the eldest son of Francisco and Sofia Maduro Volmer, members of one of Venezuela's wealthiest families. His upbringing in the South American nation's capital exposed him to a different kind of privilege, one rooted in business acumen and entrepreneurial success rather than hereditary titles. The Maduro Volmer family name carries significant weight in Venezuelan financial circles, representing generations of business success and social influence. According to media reports, the couple met in European high society, though the specific details of their first encounter remain shrouded in the kind of romantic mystery that befits a modern fairy tale. What we do know is that both were living in London, she pursuing her fashion career, he building his reputation in investment management, when their paths crossed in the city's glittering social scene. London's unique position as both a global financial centre and a cultural hub creates natural meeting points for young European aristocrats and international business professionals. Whether at gallery openings in Mayfair, charity galas in prestigious hotels, or private parties in Belgravia townhouses, the couple likely moved in overlapping circles long before romance sparked. Their courtship unfolded against the backdrop of London's dynamic social landscape. Both were accomplished professionals in their own right, she bringing creative flair and royal connections, he offering financial expertise and international business acumen. This wasn't a traditional royal match arranged by families or diplomatic necessity. It was a genuine meeting of minds and hearts between two people who had carved out independent identities while honoring their respective heritage. The Liechtenstein royals announced the engagement of Princess Marie Caroline to Leopoldo Maduro Volmer in October 2024, setting the European royal watching community abuzz with anticipation. The announcement came with the characteristic discretion of the Liechtenstein princely family, known for maintaining privacy while fulfilling their public duties. The engagement period allowed both families to blend their traditions and expectations. The Maduro Volmers represented Venezuelan entrepreneurial success and Latin American warmth, while the House of Liechtenstein brought centuries of European royal tradition and diplomatic sophistication. This cultural fusion would become a defining characteristic of their wedding celebration. The religious ceremony took place at 11 a.m. in the Cathedral of Vaduz on a Saturday in late August 2025, transforming the small capital city into a stage for European aristocracy. Early in the morning, decorators beautifully adorned the exterior of the 19th century neo-Gothic church, covering its grand entrance stairs with a dark blue carpet and lining both sides with floral arrangements of matching hydrangeas. The guest list read like a who's who of European nobility. Victoria von Hohenlohe, Duchess of Medinaceli, showcased her elegance in a greyish-green ensemble, while the Dukes of Noto, Princess Margaretha of Luxembourg, and Princess Tatiana of Liechtenstein were among the distinguished attendees. The presence of political figures, including Prime Minister Brigitte Haas, underscored the wedding's significance beyond mere social celebration. When Princess Marie Caroline emerged from her vintage white Rolls-Royce, she revealed her stunning embroidered gown and plumetis veil with lace trim, carrying a large cascading bouquet of white flowers. The gown itself was a masterpiece that clearly bore the influence of her fashion design education at Parsons School of Design. Every detail, from the intricate embroidery work that suggested hours of meticulous craftsmanship to the choice of plumetis fabric, with its distinctive raised dots creating texture and visual interest, demonstrated a designer's eye for both historical reference and contemporary elegance. Her years studying fashion design in Paris and New York had clearly informed her bridal look. The embroidered details showed an understanding of haute couture techniques, while the overall silhouette balanced classic bridal traditions with modern sophistication. This wasn't simply a dress chosen from a designer's collection, it was a carefully curated ensemble that reflected her professional expertise in textile design and garment construction. The plumetis veil, a nod to vintage bridal fashion, showed her appreciation for fashion history, knowledge that would have been deeply embedded during her studies at one of the world's most prestigious fashion institutions. But it was her choice of tiara that spoke volumes about her character and place in royal history, complementing the thoughtful design of her gown. Wanting to set herself apart from her mother, Marie Caroline chose to wear the fringed tiara instead of the floral Douglas tiara that Sophie of Bavaria wore on her own wedding day. This wasn't mere fashion preference, it was a statement of independence and individual identity, much like her approach to her wedding dress design. The diamond kokoschnik-style tiara, crafted by the imperial court jeweler in Vienna around 1890 using silver, gold, and diamonds, was last seen when her cousin Maria Annunziata wore it for her religious wedding in 2021. Both the gown and tiara choices reflected Marie Caroline's understanding of royal symbolism while asserting her own aesthetic sensibility, a perfect metaphor for her entire approach to royal life, where professional fashion expertise meets centuries-old tradition. The wedding celebration itself became a fascinating blend of European royal tradition and Latin American warmth. Leopoldo's family members, including his godmother Sofia, chose headpieces from the Spanish brand Mimoki, adding a distinctive Iberian touch to the proceedings. This detail highlighted how modern royal weddings have evolved beyond strict protocol to embrace personal and cultural preferences. The principality celebrated the wedding like a true festival, with the streets of downtown Vaduz packed with locals and onlookers eager to see the guests and the newlyweds. For a nation of just 41,000 residents, this represented a genuinely communal celebration, with traditional Liechtenstein women in distinctive black headpieces welcoming the couple. After the ceremony, officiated by Bishop Benno Elbs, the newlyweds and their loved ones headed to Vaduz Castle for the reception in the medieval fortress that has been the residence of the princes of Liechtenstein since 1939. The castle, with its 130 rooms and commanding view over the Rhine Valley, provided a spectacular backdrop for continued celebrations. What makes this wedding particularly compelling isn't just its fairy tale elements, but what it represents for modern European monarchy. Princess Marie Caroline embodies a new generation of royals who maintain their heritage while pursuing independent careers and international relationships. Despite being royal, the newlyweds are very discreet, and Marie Caroline, though the daughter of the future sovereign, will never be able to ascend the throne since the Salic law still prevents women from reigning in Liechtenstein. This limitation, rather than constraining her, seems to have liberated Princess Marie Caroline to forge her own path. Her marriage to Leopoldo represents not just a union of hearts, but a bridge between European tradition and global modernity, between Alpine principality and South American dynamism, between royal duty and personal ambition. Their story suggests that the future of European monarchy lies not in rigid adherence to ancient protocols, but in the ability to adapt and embrace the cosmopolitan realities of the 21st century while maintaining respect for tradition and public service. In choosing love over convenience, career over ceremony, and personal authenticity over prescribed roles, Princess Marie Caroline and Leopoldo Maduro have written a new chapter in the ongoing story of European royalty, one that honors the past while embracing an uncertain but exciting future.